Smart kids. You need good credit for things like buying a home or buying a car, but if you need a little help getting your credit score to where it needs to be, advisor Damian Falcone is here to help. Damian, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
What is the first step someone needs to take when applying for credit?
I say the most important thing is to get a copy of their credit report in a way that's not going to have an inquiry on the credit report added, and then get an evaluation from somebody who's qualified to provide it.
And what are some of the common mistakes that people make when applying for credit?
A lot of people apply for loans and they show up unprepared, and they didn't do anything ahead of time to prepare for it, or they speak to the wrong person about preparing, and they end up with an embarrassing situation when they're meeting with a lender.
Can you give me an example of an embarrassing situation?
Okay, so if you have bank statements that can indicate where you spend money with a debit card, certain transactions should be avoided.
So they look at my transactions, they see Nordstrom, that's a bad sign.
You're fine. No,
I'm fine. Okay.
Oh, no, there's much worse.
Okay.
there's much worse things. And big cash withdrawals in the middle of the night, things like that.
Gotcha. Suspicious transactions.
Yeah, just like maybe viewed as not financially responsible.
Okay. And then you actually created a simple chart to help someone who is looking for someone with these services.
Yeah, we try to keep things simple, and this gives me an idea of what somebody's priorities are. And it also gives me an opportunity to describe the services in a way that they can understand, and then understand what sometimes people change their first two choices, and they say, well, if this is going to be the consequence on the service, then in that case this isn't as big a deal. Let me take these two selections.
And you were talking too that you offer a service where if someone gets in over the head with credit card debt or taking out one of those unsecured loans and their just payments are overwhelming, they're drowning in it, you offer a service where you can go in and negotiate a lower payment or a lower payoff.
Yeah, essentially, a lot of times different things motivate lenders to lend money. It doesn't mean that you should actually take everything they offer you. So a lot of times people end up in a financial hardship situation, and 9 years ago I got the license for negotiating credit reports and credit repair, and it made sense to me to get the licenses for negotiating debts as well. So yes, I do handle those things, and slightly different approach, but yeah.
We have about 15 seconds. You see, there's a lot of advice on social media. Would you say stay off of social media when it comes to the financial advice?
You know what, the thing with social media is a lot of what I tell people is very simple. I say, do these simple things, don't do these simple things, but it's based on their specific situation. Somebody thinks, oh, that's always the right thing to do. They go on social media. It can be the perfectly wrong thing to do for somebody in a different situation. So, there's a lot of people on social media saying things, and I don't know why.
It fits them, it might not fit you or fit me.
In the best case scenario, I see some people that just like talking or trying to sell something, and that's disturbing, but it happens.
Damian, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. For more information about credit repair, contact Damian Falcone at 702-489-6576.